Ice Cube has come out and given everybody some brutal truth, and there is a portion of this that just tells you everything that we've been telling you. This is just confirmation. And what's hilarious is this is confirmation from the people that want to pay the money. Sponsors. Oh man, Angel Reese fans are gonna be pissed.
Angel Reese is spiraling. After riding a wave of hype into massive endorsement territory, the crash is now happening in real time. One by one, those shiny brand deals are backing away, and the volume on the backlash is getting deafening. From Ice Cube's blunt takedown to fans who once cheered now side-eyeing her brand, the so-called Bayou Barbie just slammed into a marketing wall. And the brutal twist? It all unraveled when Caitlin Clark stepped into her spotlight and stole her city while she was watching from the bench. If you agree that Caitlin is the draw, then comment needle mover. Let's go.
Sorry, Angel Reese, the $5 million offer was only for Caitlin Clark. Oh, fuck. It's about to get ugly. With the Big Three's $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark never coming to fruition, could a lucrative Angel Reese proposal be up next for the Hoops League? Tell me you don't know ball. I mean, honestly, don't count on it.
Once upon a time, Angel was positioned as the WNBA's golden ticket, the face of a new era, the influencer queen. The name brands were salivating over. But the script flipped faster than anyone expected. Headlines started shifting. Whispers from the business world turned into quiet panic. Now, the dream is crumbling right in front of us. Brands that were once begging to be in the Angel Reese business are suddenly ghosting the conversation.
What happened to Miss Angel Reese? She's all in Indiana during All-Star, and her Reebok campaign, come to your trap, take over your trap.
Behind the scenes, it's chaos. Major campaigns tied to Reese, some already deep into planning, have been put on pause, some indefinitely. Others canceled altogether. Agencies are reviewing the data and coming to a cold conclusion. The numbers don't justify the narrative. The returns aren't matching the expectations. And what sparked this sudden reckoning? A mic drop moment from none other than Ice Cube.
Personal, but it was business. That's all it is, business. Y'all gonna make it personal though.
It was a single interview, but the fallout? Explosive. Cube wasn't subtle. When asked why his Big Three league only offered a $5 million deal to Caitlin Clark and not Angel Reese or anyone else, his response was surgical. They didn't say that about Angel Reese. Translation? The sponsors weren't biting. They believed Caitlin was the one who could move the needle. Angel, not even in the conversation.
For Ice Cube, they're about to come and get Ice Cube. We know how this works. It won't be long.
Cube didn't mince words. "I'm not in the business of losing money," he said. And just like that, the curtain dropped. That one sentence hit harder than any tabloid headline. If someone with Ice Cube's cultural clout and business instincts isn't willing to bet on Angel Reese, why would any corporate exec?
This is confirmation from the people that want to pay the money. Sponsors.
This isn't just a story about a missed opportunity. It's about a collapsing perception. And in branding, perception is everything. Cube's comments sent a chill through boardrooms. You could almost hear the calls being made. Are we really pushing forward with this Angel Reese rollout? Confidence began vanishing, quietly, professionally, but undeniably. Not because she isn't skilled, but because the results didn't match the social media sizzle.
TMZ Sports caught up with Ice Cube himself at LAX this week, and the Big Three honcho said that there will be no deal put in front of Angel Reese anytime soon.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's story couldn't be more different. When the Big Three dangled that $5 million offer, it wasn't some risky play. It was a data-backed investment. 10 games, $500,000 per appearance. And guess what? Every penny was projected to come back with interest. That's what happens when you're a certified draw, someone who guarantees ticket sales, views, and revenue. Clark is a revenue engine. Reese? Not even on the radar.
He didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese.
Took over the city of Chicago, and this is the star power that Ice Cube was referring to. Every city, every state, anywhere in the world that she goes, it's gonna look like this.
And this wasn't just about contracts or hypotheticals. While all of this was happening, Clark was actually in Chicago, Angel's turf, turning the city into her personal fan parade. And keep in mind, she wasn't even playing, injured, sidelined, but still pulling thousands to the streets, screaming her name like she was the second coming of Jordan. Meanwhile, Angel, nowhere to be seen. Her once bold Reebok campaign was fading into silence. And as one fan put it bluntly, Clark didn't just walk into the trap, she owned it.
Caitlin Clark went to Chicago and took the city over. It looked like she took the city over. CC with MJ. CC get treated like MJ in the rack. Oh my God.
That's the cold reality Angel Reese is now staring down. Hype is fleeting. And when the suits in charge of multi-million-dollar budgets sit down and run the actual numbers, on reach, retention, conversion, Caitlin Clark blows the competition away, including the one who was supposed to be her rival. The results aren't even close.
I actually feel bad for Angel Reese at this point, and it has nothing to do with like how she's handled herself or anything. It's just simply Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese at basketball that it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese is struggling with the fact that Caitlin Clark is better at her best thing than she is.
She's better at everything.
And
she had a triple-double. She's tied for the third most triple-doubles in WNBA history, and she's played 50 games.
Yeah.
She's just better.
Because this is what happens when you market a player before they've proven staying power. When you confuse followers with long-term value. When you think trendiness will always translate to dollars. That's a myth, and the industry's waking up to it fast.
Wow, I'm not sure any other single, outside of just the pure numbers that we keep showing people, literal numbers.
Now the unraveling has begun. It's not loud, it's not messy, but it's happening. Brand interest is fading. Emails are going unanswered. New deals? Nowhere in sight. And the thing that stings most? Ice Cube didn't even come after Angel. He just told the truth. A truth echoed in every boardroom where budgets are tight and ROI matters.
Gotta understand your place sometime. Look, they talking about Caitlin Clark took over Angel Reese's trap. See, this is why you don't need to keep trying to take shots at her. She took the city over.
Angel was supposed to be the showstopper, the headline act. But suddenly, she's looking more like a case study in overexposure. And while she watches the momentum slip away, Caitlin Clark rolls into Chicago and sets the place on fire. This wasn't a quiet takeover. It was a full-blown fan frenzy. And again, let's not forget, Clark wasn't even in uniform. And yet, the city crowned her anyway.
Caitlin Clark took over Chicago. She signed autographs for hours. This wasn't no extras that was paid to come stand in the scene. No, these were real people trying to get autographs.
With all new merchandise, Sky Jerseys, tees, we've got something for everyone.
Because what Caitlin did that week wasn't just steal attention. It changed the entire vibe of the WNBA's marketing landscape. She didn't just beat the narrative, she rewrote it. Crowds wrapped around buildings, people skipping work just to catch a glimpse. The internet called her Queen of the Rack. And it wasn't just catchy, it stuck, because it was real.
Chicago, the Queen of the Rack. The biggest Barbie.
Meanwhile, Angel had the slogans, the brand tie-ins, the social presence. But Clark had something that can't be manufactured: authenticity. People connect with her. They show up for her. And that's what sponsors are chasing.
I mean, outside of the fact you can't even get half the amount of people inside a LSU arena.
To make matters worse, Angel started disappearing just as Caitlin's popularity exploded. First, she's listed as questionable, then day-to-day. And look, no one doubts back injuries are serious, but fans aren't blind. The timing felt convenient, and naturally, speculation exploded. Was she ducking the spotlight, avoiding the direct comparison?
I don't know how you could ever imagine, like, how can you compete with this? How, what, like?
Because imagine the optics. Caitlin Clark pulling massive crowds while Angel Reese rides the bench. Ratings soaring for one, silence for the other. It's the kind of contrast that makes brands nervous. And fans? They started whispering. Some think her team advised a strategic disappearance. Others believe she didn't want the heat. And honestly, in today's viral media culture, who could blame her?
Angel Reese was not going to be able to bring in the amount of eyes for the sponsors and for the league for him to justify that offer.
Even Ice Cube's business team had already seen the writing on the wall. Behind the scenes, they noticed a clear dip in Angel Reese's engagement. Fewer clicks, less chatter, diminished energy. In the world of endorsements, that's not a subtle sign. It's a blinking red alert the size of an arena scoreboard.
So Ice Cube's literally saying, we sat down, looked at the actual figures, and the draw wasn't there. The fever wasn't there. Oh, no pun intended.
This is where raw data takes center stage. No fluff, just numbers. And the numbers? They're shouting. Caitlin Clark's jersey sales are sitting at the top of the charts like a runaway train. Games she plays in, packed houses, sold-out arenas, no matter the zip code, television ratings, through the roof, 2 to 3 times the league average. And don't make the mistake of thinking this is just Indiana fans showing up. It's happening on the road too. She's the headliner in every city she visits.
Caitlin Clark is a superstar, not a female superstar. She is a superstar.
We were coming to see Caitlin Clark play.
She moves the needle. The WNBA has been looking for someone who moves the needle.
Angel Reese still has name recognition, no doubt. She's a big personality with star potential, but let's not pretend her metrics are even in the same stratosphere. Her jersey sales? Respectable, but not historic. When LSU hosted her so-called homecoming game against Brazil, the arena couldn't even get half full. And without viral controversy or drama to stir the pot, her influence doesn't move the culture or the numbers the way Caitlin Clark's does.
You cannot measure up. You don't have as many followers you have on Instagram. That is great. I will not take away from the fact that you are one of the bigger brands in the WNBA. You are a star in your own right, but you are not Caitlin Clark. It's a difference.
That's why a single phrase keeps echoing through both the YouTube sports world and corporate boardrooms. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. When it's time to sign big checks, no one wants to take chances. They want results. And Caitlin Clark delivers. End of story. The bigger question now is whether Angel's public persona and headline antics are helping her or silently dragging her brand down. After Chicago's fan frenzy and Ice Cube's mic drop moment, the answer is getting clearer by the day. What Angel's going through now isn't just a professional hiccup, it's a full-on identity spiral. Not the fun movie kind with a happy ending and a cupcake shop. This is the brutal type where brands vanish, public interest dips, and narratives start spinning out of control. For the first time, people are seriously asking, who is Angel Reese when Caitlin Clark isn't part of the conversation?
Come on, just leave it alone, Angel. And this is why I'm saying you be making yourself look crazy because in all actuality, there's no comparison between you guys.
That's not just Twitter gossip or podcast banter. That's a serious critique coming from every direction. Analysts, fans, sports media. It's not just that Angel mentions Caitlin Clark constantly. It's that she seems tethered to her. Every post, every interview, every subliminal jab. It always swings back to Clark, and that's where things start to fall apart. As one sharp YouTuber put it, you're good enough to stand on your own now, so why don't you? And that right there is the entire dilemma. Angel Reese isn't some bench warmer grasping at headlines. She's a starter, a champion, a marketable athlete. But every time she frames herself in opposition to Clark, she's signaling that the attention isn't strong enough unless Caitlin's shadow is in it too.
You know, a lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness.
And this is where the money people start backing away. Brands love buzz, but what they love more is stability. They don't want viral chaos. They want predictable returns. Reese? She's bringing fireworks when what companies signed up for was a steady flame. That Reebok deal wasn't just a contract. It was a big swing on charisma over consistency. It was a full investment in image instead of on-court results. And now that the ROI isn't matching the noise, the whole thing is starting to smell like a misfire.
You need to stop trying to attach yourself to this girl at every turn, because she have officially come to your trap and taken over your trap.
Sponsors aren't in the business of disappearing acts. They want presence, reliability, growth. They want stars that stay lit, not ones who flash, fight, and fade out. If Angel doesn't find a way to redefine herself beyond the anti-Caitlin Clark persona, she's going to keep watching potential deals vanish before they even hit the table. But let's be clear, it's not over, not even close.
Business of losing money. So of course, Angel Reese couldn't get offered the 5 M's like Caitlin Clark.
There's still a comeback on the table if Angel Reese stops running this comparison game and starts leaning into who she really is. There's a redemption arc waiting to be written, the kind fans love to rally around, because nobody's denying her talent, her voice, or her flair. But it's time to stop measuring herself against someone she was never supposed to compete with in the first place.
What should have been a massive, huge day for your sponsors and for your networks.
And that leads us to the million-dollar question, literally. What now? Does Angel face the heat head-on? Does she address the fading partnerships, the missed games, the silent sponsor exits? Or does she go dark, let the season drift by, and quietly disappear like last year? Because at this point, the silence is deafening. Canceled events, repeated injury absences, brand delays, it all paints a picture, and not a flattering one. So here's the blueprint. If Angel wants the comeback, she needs to clear the stage, cut the drama, drop the Barbie versus basketball queen routine, focus on the game, let her skill set speak louder than the headlines. Fans aren't craving side-eyes and sub-tweets. They want legit hoopers. Right now, Caitlin Clark is feasting because she does both. Angel can get there too, but not if she's constantly trying to one-up someone playing a completely different game.
Nobody can be honest. They have to say exactly what y'all want them to say. That's what it seems like.
Because here's the cold truth. Caitlin Clark isn't going anywhere. She's the WNBA's centerpiece now. She's the headline, the heartbeat. The league isn't just featuring her, it's building around her. That's not slander, that's statistics. So Angel can either find her own lane or keep drifting into traffic she's not built to handle. And honestly, that lane is still wide open. Angel Reese has every tool she needs to thrive, but she's got to stop racing for Caitlin Clark's spotlight like it's the only one that matters. The league wants multiple superstars, but they have to be distinct, original, and confident enough to stand alone. It's not a roast, it's a wake-up call. You can't claim ownership over a spotlight that was never yours to begin with. This isn't just a rough stretch in the news cycle. This is a full-on reset moment. Because in the end, star power isn't about image, it's about impact. And Caitlin Clark? She's already made hers. Angel's at a crossroads. The clout-chasing era is crumbling. Time to decide. Rewrite the narrative or get left behind. And for those still keeping score, the scoreboard isn't on social media. It's in the stats, the stands, and the sponsor checks. If you agree that Caitlin is the draw, then comment needle mover, like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.